judging by the impulsive price action that we saw for ticker symbol WISA recently, the price action may be suggesting a little bit of a pullback before a continuation to the upside. Let's go ahead and verify that information now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this fine Sunday evening. This is ARCa coming at you with a WISA, WISA, technicals and raw price action thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community and Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. We actually just made a newer change to that Discord name. It's ARCa Bulls. My apologies. So let's go ahead and now dive in. All right. So yes, we're looking at WISA here on the daily chart, and this is particular to the live session that we were looking from the live stream that we evaluated this ticker for. Right. So on the live stream, we noticed that we were on a right angle triangle or a descending triangle. And this triangle was already suggesting a closure of this gap that we had here. Okay, so that gap was absolutely filled, and please know that we may have been looking at this on the 12. There we go, on the 12 hours where we were looking at this, and this is how we were able to know or the potential of closing this. It was all the price objective taken by from the hypotenuse of the triangle all the way down to the lowest point of the triangle. And applying it to that supposed point of breakout, which was right at about here. Actually, there we go. This was the candle, right? So it was suggesting already a closure of the gap here, and suggesting a top side of about 1763. Okay, so as you can see here, that it actually took us very close to what the price action ended up doing anyway. Okay, and the reason why we have this yellow line here is actually because that would be the rejection point located right at the 2.618 golden mean. Okay, very interesting stuff here. Okay, usually when price action takes us to this zone or near it, the likelihood of hitting that golden mean or the 618 ratio would absolutely happen. Okay, so this is still looking pretty okay. You can see that we actually capitulated to the downside and recently have continued on to the upside, which judging by a 12-hour price action here, this could face a continuation onto the upside to the resistance of the gap that we have already closed, of course, and that would be right at about 1475 before a reaccumulation event yet again, and more than likely to possibly find this 10-day simple moving average right at about that 12-cent zone, or our current lows at 13 cents, right, before a continuation to the upside. So let's go ahead and now move on to the next chart. So we're going to continue on the immediate short-term time frame analysis with the ARC-Series Crypstex indicators, as they have some important information to take into regard here. Okay, so the first one that we're going to look at is my apologies, that was a weird breath. The first one that we're going to take a look at here is the DBSI indicator. Okay, so it's a statistical indicator that takes a metric of every single candle printed throughout the asset's particular time frame. In this case, we are on the hourly. Okay, so it measures all these candles and it gives us a score, right? And that would be bears versus bulls. And as you can see right up here, displayed by the DBSI, we actually have a score of about 48% bears and the bulls leading at 52%. So very, very good stuff here. Okay. The interesting thing is that I am getting pretty much the enhanced MACD down here is pretty much in accordance to what I am talking about regarding a slight pullback before a continuation to the upside. And we have gotten that bear signal here, okay, from the enhanced MACD. And this was actually at the early session on Friday. So that bear signal actually came in, and you can see that we got that bull signal right at literally at the opening of this candle here, and that opening was at about 934, so 0934, and it ran all the way up to about 19 cents upon that signal. DBSI also gave us a bull signal, right down here, and that is that blue dot. Okay, so that was also in accordance with the opening of this candle right over here. So that upside was absolutely in accordance with each other. So this is good. If you are interested in acquiring any of these indicators, please go ahead and refer to the links in the description below so that you can send me a DM. We'll go over the subscription packages for the indicators. Okay, you must have a TradingView, either a free subscription or a paid subscription first before we can touch on the access for the private list of these ARC indicators. Okay, so let's move on to the next chart now, as things are still looking like they're all rhyming. Okay, so in this particular situation, we can see that the upside is limited, which is in accord the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, right? Which is absolutely in accordance to what we were talking about here, possibly testing that bottom side of the newly filled gap at about 1475, which is also, let's just zoom out a little bit and take a look here. Let me put that back. And that 1475, 1465 would be right at the 1.618 before facing a type of pullback after it. Okay, so let's continue. And now the bi-hourly time frame, which is not present. Here we go. Any day now. There we go. So yes, the bi-hourly is also suggesting that limited upside before continuation to the way down temporarily, though. Please remember, it's just temporary. And the reason why we can say that we're going to more than likely realize the resistance of the 14-day simple moving average represented by this pink line is simply because of the following time frame, which would be the 6 hour, suggesting a continuation to the downside, but that downside is limited. Okay, so why can I say is limited? Not only because we have this 14-day simple moving average as a support, but also because we would essentially land right within the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile. Okay, so as long as we do reach that, just 2% under that 60%. Bull line, which would be at about 58%, we could then use two forms of support: 14-day simple moving average, gravitational zone, pull right back up to the upside, and you can see that we have been doing that already. And this is the bulls. This is the gravitational zone from the bear weakness. Right in here, we bounced from both the moving average and the gravitational zone. So very good stuff. Okay, so and it's been used as a form of support all the way up anyway. Okay, so this is looking good nonetheless. So now starting into the daily time frame, you can see that the daily time frame is still suggesting massive upside. It is in that gravitational zone and right at the border between the bull weakness and the bull strength percentile, suggesting a continuation to the upside, and the 14-day simple is also suggesting that upside continuation as well. 3-day time frame suggesting upside, and 5-day time frame suggesting upside. Okay, so yes, I am looking for temporary pullback, and from the early session, we may be able to make that upside to the 1.618 between 1465 and 1475 before a continuation to the way down. Now we can potentially imply a target, okay, but to pull back, it would. There are several areas already of interest, okay, but let's go ahead and take an inverse fib from the day, from the last daily print, swing high to the swing low, or swing low to the swing high inversely, right? So if I were to just put a quick discretionary guess on this, it would more than likely be at the 1.272 at about 1079 for reaccumulation before a continuation on to the upside. Let's load up some EMAs and see if we have anything nearby. Okay, so yeah, actually the EMA 7, this yellow line here, is actually very close to that 1.272, and I must show you here that actually based on the range of the fib zone that we have, where we actually guessed that 2.618, pulling back from the current area to that EMA 7, you can see that it's absolutely in accordance with the 0.618 at 1111. At 1119. Okay, so very, very curious thing here, and it's also a range that we can look at. So between 1119 and 1079 would essentially be my accumulation zone. Okay, so this would very likely happen. And obviously nothing is guaranteed in the markets. Just know that I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine. Okay, you guys? So Yeah, so I'm looking at that bounce here, and then we'd be able to imply a continuation to the upside. If we're looking at the 3-day and 5-day, and even the daily suggesting still some upside, then I could honestly tell you that the more immediate short-term targets would be obviously again at that 1811 at the 2-spot 618, followed by the 3-spot 272 at about 20 to 21 cents. Okay, so that would be more in the looking at maybe mid this week, depending on FOMO, of course. It's just that would be a critical component here. So yeah, potentially mid this week or the end of the week, we can touch right back up to those levels. It depends on, of course, the FOMO and just how volatile this gets. But yeah, you guys just go ahead and also refer to the link in the description below for the TradingView software that you would need in order to acquire those Crypstex indicators. Okay, so it would actually greatly help my trading future out if you did click on that link for TradingView. And yeah, but guys, this is it for the video. I wish you well. I wish you a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.